Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more deep dives into DemonSlayer. Today, we're talking about episode 6 of the Mugen train arc, titled Akaza. Oh man, this one hits different. It's intense, it's emotional, and it really ramps up the stakes in ways that had me on the edge of my seat. I'm going to walk you through it like we're just chatting over coffee, sharing my thoughts, the feels, and all the little details that make this episode a standout. If you haven't watched it yet, maybe pause this and go catch up, because we're going to get into every beat without holding back on the specifics, but I'll keep it spoiler-free for anything beyond this ep. All right, let's jump in. So, picking up right where episode 5 left off, the chaos from the Mugen train is still fresh. You remember that massive battle with the lower moon demon, Enmu, right? The train's derailed, passengers are scattered everywhere, and our heroes are beat up but not out. The episode opens with this eerie calm after the storm, smoke billowing, wreckage all around, and the night sky just hanging there like it's watching everything unfold. Tanjiro's lying there, clutching his side, because that stab wound from earlier is no joke. His breathing's ragged, and you can see the pain etched on his face, those determined eyes flickering as he tries to push through. Inosuke's nearby, his boar mask all scuffed up, yelling about how he's the king of the mountain or whatever, but you can tell he's masking his exhaustion. Zenitsu's out cold, as usual when he's not in thunder mode, but he's protected Nezuko's box like a champ. And then there's Rengoku, the flame Hashira, standing tall amidst the debris, his haori fluttering in the wind like a beacon of hope. His smile, that unwavering, bright smile, it's almost too much, because you know he's been through hell, but he's still radiating that fiery optimism. As the camera pans over the scene, you get these quick cuts to the passengers starting to stir, some injured, others dazed. It's a reminder of the human cost in all this demon-slaying madness. Tanjiro struggles to his feet, calling out to check on everyone, and there's this heartfelt moment where he thanks Rengoku for everything. Rengoku's response? Classic him, loud, enthusiastic, praising Tanjiro's spirit and telling him to keep that fire burning. It's conversational, like a mentor hyping up his protege, and it tugs at your heartstrings because you sense the bond forming there. But then, out of nowhere, the atmosphere shifts. The music drops to this low, ominous hum, and you feel it in your gut. Something big is coming. Enter Akaza. Oh boy, his entrance is chilling. He just appears from the shadows, this muscular figure with pink hair, those striking yellow eyes glowing in the dark, and tattoos all over his body like some ancient warrior markings. He's Upper Moon 3, as he casually announces, and the way he says it, with that cocky grin, sends shivers down your spine. The animation here is top-notch. Ufotable really outdid themselves with the fluid motion as he lands softly on the ground, barely making a sound. He's dressed in that vest and pants combo, looking almost casual, but his presence screams power. He ignores Tanjiro and the others at first, fixated on Rengoku. "You're strong," he says, his voice smooth but laced with excitement. It's like he's sizing up a worthy opponent in a fighting ring, not a life-or-death battle. Rengoku doesn't flinch. He draws his sword, flame-breathing ready, and warns Akaza that he's not getting away with hurting innocents. The dialogue kicks off this philosophical back and forth. Akaza is all about demons being superior, how humans are weak and fleeting, and he offers Rengoku the chance to become a demon, to fight forever. It's tempting in a twisted way, and you can see Rengoku's resolve harden. He rejects it flat out, talking about the beauty of human life, how its fragility makes it precious. Man, the voice acting. Satoshi Hino as Rengoku brings so much passion, his lines booming with conviction, while Akira Ishida as Akaza nails that seductive menace. It's like listening to two ideologies clash, and it adds layers to what could just be a fight scene. The tension builds as Akaza lunges first, his technique development, destructive death, air type, blasting out this shockwave of energy. The ground cracks, sparks fly, and Rengoku counters with flame-breathing first form, unknowing fire. Their clashes are explosive, flames roaring against Akaza's blue-tinted punches, the screen shaking with each impact. You see the speed, it's blinding, with afterimages trailing behind them. Tanjiro tries to jump in, but Rengoku shouts for him to stay back, protect the wounded. It's emotional. Tanjiro's frustration boils over, tears in his eyes, because he wants to help, but he knows he's outclassed. Inosuke is hyped, wanting to charge in, but even he hesitates, grunting about how these guys are on another level. As the fight intensifies, we get flashbacks woven in seamlessly. Not too many, but enough to humanize Rengoku. You see snippets of his past, his strict father, his supportive mother teaching him about protecting the weak. It's quick, but it hits hard, making you root for him even more. Her words echo, "Those blessed with strength must use it for others." It's why he's so unyielding. Akaza, meanwhile, is intrigued, dodging Rengoku's second form, rising scorching sun with ease, regenerating from any hits like it's nothing. He compliments Rengoku constantly, saying he's close to the supreme territory, whatever that means. It's cryptic, building mystery around demon powers. The animation shines in the close-ups, sweat dripping from Rengoku's brow, his haori tearing, blood trickling from cuts. Akaza's skin heals instantly, his eyes widening with glee. They exchange blows in mid-air, Rengoku unleashing third form, blazing universe, a sweeping arc of fire that lights up the night. Akaza responds with disorder, a barrage of punches that create explosive bursts. The sound design booms, whooshes, the crackle of flames. It's immersive, like you're there. Tanjiro watches in awe, narrating internally about Rengoku's techniques, how they're like a dance of fire. It's educational, too, breaking down breathing styles without feeling forced. Mid-fight, there's a pause where Akaza tries to persuade again, mocking human limits. Rengoku laughs it off, that hearty laugh, and charges with fourth form, blooming flame undulation, a defensive whirl of flames. It's strategic. You see him adapting, using the environment, the wrecked train cars, as cover. Akaza smashes through, his compass needle activating, those snowflake patterns in his eyes tracking every move. It's a cool visual effect, showing his blood demon art in action. The pace quickens, punches landing with bone-crunching force, Rengoku's sword clashing against Akaza's fists like metal on metal. Emotionally, it's a roller coaster. You feel Rengoku's determination, his joy in battle, but there's an undercurrent of sadness because you know the toll it's taking. Tanjiro's pleas from the sidelines add heart. He's begging Rengoku to win, his voice cracking. Inosuke and Zenitsu chime in too, Inosuke boasting but clearly worried, Zenitsu whimpering about the danger. Nezuko's box shakes a bit like she's sensing the intensity. The episode balances action with these quiet moments, letting the characters breathe. As the tables turns further, Rengoku pushes his limits, his breathing heavier, but his smile never fades. Akaza's excited, almost respectful, calling him magnificent. They clash in a flurry, the screen blurring with speed. Tanjiro tries to intervene again, but collapses from his wound, Inosuke dragging him back. It's tense, you worry for everyone. The episode closes on a high note of suspense, the fight raging as dawn approaches. No resolution yet, but it leaves you pumped, emotional, reflecting on themes of strength, humanity, and sacrifice. Whew, what an episode. The voice work, animation, everything clicks. Rengoku's character shines. Akaza's a compelling villain, mysterious, powerful, with hints of his own code. Let's talk about info. Akaza's design draws from martial arts, his fighting style bare-handed, emphasizing technique over weapons. It's a contrast to sword-based slayers. In the manga, this arc is faithful, but the anime adds fluid motion. Fun fact, Akaza's voice actor, Ishida, brings nuance. He's not just evil, there's curiosity. Why is this episode emotional?
It humanizes heroes, shows vulnerability amid strength. Rengoku's optimism is infectious. You can't help but love him. For reviewers, it's a 10 out of 10 for pacing, action-packed but thoughtful. Viewers, remember Rengoku's words on life? Inspiring in real world, too. If this got you hyped, check the manga for more, but anime's visuals are unmatched.
If you're a fan, what's your take on Akaza's offer? Drop comments. Thanks for watching, like and share. See you next time for more Demon Slayer breakdowns. Peace out.